Good evening, my impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. I am live, and I'm ready to engage with all of you. I am ready to perform for all of you. I hope you will come filing in. I hope you will be at my beck and call this evening. It's a really cold day. It's a really cold day in New York. It's a really cold day in New York. It's below freezing. We got Pizza Pasta in the house. He's going, "What's going on, big dog?" Oh. Not much. Daniel Barry says, "Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday." Ooh. So I had a little bit, it's a little bit of a pleasure beverage stream. So I hope you all enjoy because I'm a little, I had a pleasurable beverage. So it says, "Woo, a pleasure beverage stream, yeah." It's going to be a rocking one, that's for sure. So he says, "Did you get a six-pack?" I don't want to divulge too much information on here. Let's just say I had a lot of... you know how like the Nintendo games couldn't mention alcohol, so they said they would say caffeine instead? Let's just say I had a lot of caffeine at the candy shop, Pizza Pasta says, "Let's go." They said, "I think you've had too much caffeine for the evening, Andrew." I'll tell you when I've had enough caffeine. I'll tell you when I've had enough caffeine. It's Friday night. Coffee. Yeah, I remember when one New Year's, my brother had, a friend was over the house, and I was trying to be cool. I was drinking one of these fruity beverages that I think it was Bailey's Irish Cream, and I said to him, "It's coffee," but it wasn't coffee. It was an alcoholic beverage. I sounded like a douche. I sounded like a tool. I'm like, "This is coffee." Coffee. He knew exactly what it was too. I wasn't fooling anybody. I just thought I thought it was like a cool 21-year-old. Like, I'm drinking coffee here. I'm drinking coffee. Did he react? Not really. I mean, he was cool enough. I mean, I guess he was cool enough. He was just like, "Yeah, I guess Andrew's drinking coffee on New Year's." I think it was a New Year's actually. Yeah, it was many years ago. This was like 20 years ago, maybe less. I don't know, maybe more. Who knows? I didn't know him too well. He wasn't really my friend, but he was over nonetheless. I mean, I have no animosity against him, but I was trying to impress him. I was trying to make him think I was cool. But Somebody says, "Andrew really drank a lot of nitro cold brew this evening." He drank a lot of nitro. Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. Pizza Pasta. I'll tell you when I've had enough caffeine. You can't cut off my caffeine. La 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 la. Keep drinking those nitro cold brews, Andrew. Keep drinking them. La 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 la. I think my mother's making me pasta with clam sauce. I can't wait. I'm hungry. I'm never not hungry. That's for sure. La 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 la. Yeah, so I was supposed to do open mic this evening with my art class friend, but that didn't come to fruition. I think they canceled it. That's too bad, but maybe soon. La 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 la. Yo ma, get me my food, biatch. Get me my food, biatch. All right. We're rocking and we're rolling like the Rolling Stones. This is probably what they did in the 1960s and 1970s. Probably drank a lot of caffeine, you know. I really got to get a haircut. I look like a 1960s hippie and a mad professor. Woo! Anybody here? I see we have 5 people in the house. Nobody's really got any questions for me here. Nobody's got really any questions for me. Pizza Pasta says I should drink another coffee. Maybe I should. I think I'm okay for now, though. I'm not about to go to the supermarket or the cafe and get another nitro, that's for sure. Woo! Somebody says, just get a case of... Well, my mother has a real problem with me drinking coffee in her household. So I have to kind of sneak it. I feel like I'm an 18-year-old. Like I sneak coffee in the house, you know, because she'll yell at me if she catches me with alcohol, you know. It's like, come on, I'm 38 years old. Let me sneak. No, let me drink alcohol, you know. So it says 38 years old and not allowed to drink beer. It's crazy. I think it's for mental health reasons. She's afraid that, I don't know, maybe I'll do something crazy. I don't know. La 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 la. Somebody says maybe your mother is nefarious. I suspect, maybe I'm wrong here. I suspect she might have had issues, addiction issues. She never disclosed that to me. It's just a suspicion. But, her obsession with being completely anti-alcohol and anything like that makes me think she might have been an addict at some point. It's just a theory. I don't know. She's never disclosed that to me. Somebody says, you might be on to something. I don't know. I mean, she's really opposed to drinking to so significantly that it's almost fanatical, you know? Pizza Pasta says, the 80s were a wild time. Your mother was probably a drug addict doing a lot of coke. I don't know. She's never told me that, but it's certainly a theory. It's certainly a theory. La, 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 la. No, I think somebody says maybe you're related to a wrestler. I know they were into cocaine. No, I think I'm related to Robert Kowalski. So he says, could you be the son of the Blue Blazer, Owen Hart? I doubt it. I think Robert Kowalski is my father, but the wrestlers are certainly into their cocaine, that's for sure. Pizza pasta. Pizza pasta. I could really certainly use some of that pasta right now. Come on, Ma. Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner, damn it? Where is my dinner, damn it? So he says, has your mom started to cook with love? Or are your dinners still bad? No, she's still an atrocious cook. And I probably ate better in the insane asylum, but the psych ward, but yeah. Somebody says, what about your disability keeps you from cooking? Well, I don't have a kitchen in here. I don't have an oven in here. I have a microwave and an air fryer, though. Somebody asks, are you an atrocious cook too? Well, I don't know how to cook, Mark Wahlberg or Walk Malberg. So, somebody says the air fryer is a new wave oven. Mark Wahlberg. Can you elaborate on your name, Walk Malberg? I'm interested to hear what you mean. I'm interested to hear what your name means. What does Walk Malberg mean? Walk Malberg. What I have for breakfast typically, Walk Wahlberg says it's Mark Wahlberg, but backwards. Is it a reference to me in any way, or is your name just weird? Erie says, Andrew makes breakfast and lunch, right? Yeah, well, I have bananas for breakfast typically. And and I have I don't know. I usually get something from the supermarket for lunch. Walk Marburg says it could be a reference to you. I don't remember. All right, fair enough. So he says, my favorite lunch food is sushi. So he says, the warden needs to cook some manicotti. I need some manicotti this evening. Some lasagna and some, Grey Poupon and some manicotti. So he says, your mother has us hostage. And, prepare my food, mother. So he says, does your stepfather cook? Can anyone in the house cook? No, it's just all slop. It's all gross slop that we're eating in here. Somebody says, you should get a small barbecue grill. Ain't a bad idea. So he says, do you ever get delusions that they're doing nefarious things with your food? Interesting you should ask that. I used to fear my father was poisoning my food with things like ricin to kill me. But, in recent years, I kind of have overcome that delusion. I don't get it too much anymore. In years past, I used to fear my parents were doing nefarious things with my food. But not recently so much. Dante says, my cousin pissed on a burger I ate when I was a kid. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I'd be upset with your cousin if he did that. But, obviously, I'd be a little upset. I'd be a little peeved at him. I'd be a little peeved at him. Somebody says body fluids on a burger or food or what it ain't. He's a nefarious cousin, that's for sure. Dante says we don't speak anymore. Yeah, yeah, it's a little disgusting. That's a little disgusting. Yeah, Dante, that's a little disgusting. La 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 la. So he says I'd be disgusted if Dale urinated or splooged on my dinner. I don't think he's doing that, but you never know. I guess they could. I mean, their food is just disgusting. It's just, I think it's just disgusting food. It's just they don't cook very well, Yeah. La la la. That's why you gotta cook for yourself, sexy ladies. I want a sexy girlfriend, sexy ladies. I want a sexy girlfriend, sexy ladies. I want a sexy girlfriend, sexy ladies. I want a sexy girlfriend. Ladies, hop into my car, and I will take you real far to the promised land of riches and fame. Ladies in your 20s, hop into my car, and I will take you far to the promised land of riches and fame. For so many years, I was expecting a pop star to show up at my house in her tour bus and take me to the promised land. But now I see I need to be the one who takes the initiative. I need to be the one who takes the ladies to the promised land. So hop into my car. I'll take you real far to the promised land of riches and fame. Somebody says, do you ever tell your mother to her face that her cooking is bad? Once in a while I will. But not often. Somebody asks, do your parents watch your videos? I don't think they do very much anymore, but that's the reason I was saying caffeine instead of alcohol, because if they did, they would be pretty upset with me that I was drinking in their household. So I said caffeine instead of alcohol. Erie asks, why didn't the warden like your murder song? It's freedom of expression. Yeah, frankly, the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls lyrics are worse than mine. So I think, yeah, she needs to lighten up. The lyrics to "Who Shot You" are worse than my song "You Don't Think I'll Murder You." So yeah, so she should lighten up. Hey, cut me some slack, Ma. Cut me some slack. And she thinks everything is about her. Yes, Mother, it's an ideas of reference delusion. I was talking about murdering a billionaire Asian man. Cut me some slack, biatch. Cut me some slack. It was more like inspired by Luigi Maginoni. Like murder, like some guy living in poverty murdering a billionaire. That was basically what it was inspired by. It had nothing to do with Mi Madre. Mi Madre. Somebody says, let's give your mother a call. Mi Madre is cooking me dinner. Some delicious spaghetti and clam sauce. Somebody says Luigi wasn't living in poverty, but then again, neither am I. I think the Luigi comparison is fair. Someone says, respect your mother. Respect you, madre. It's a fictional billionaire. I mean, there's no real Asian man that I'm murdering in the song. It's a fictional character. The song is completely a work of fiction. I don't know any billionaire Asian men, right? I mean, I don't know any billionaire Asian men, right? Dante says it's a funny premise. It's a funny premise. That's for sure, Dante. Anybody want to see my toes? They're a little gross from running. Anybody want to see them? Yay or nay? Anybody want to see my toes? I'll show you the area I'm concerned about. Dante says, hell yeah. Okay, I'll show you what I'm concerned about here. Right here. See this right here? It's a little bit of like a little it's a little blister on my foot. There's just like, no, it's not a wart. It's just kind of gross though. So does it look like a tumor? You need to get your foot amputated. Hopefully not, guys. Meva says weird. Someone says precancerous cells. Maybe. I'm begging for my life. You got me a knife. Point. Erie asks, were you getting annoyed by your art class, friend? Be honest. I don't know how to answer that. They say never say anything negative about women, especially women that you're good friends with. So no, we were getting along completely. It was the perfect day. You know, you don't want women to be mad at you. So no, perfect. Nobody was getting on each other's nerves. Everything was perfect. Everything was a perfect day. Somebody says when you have a girl. I mean, obviously I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a wife. But they say just say everything's perfect. There's no issues. Nobody's getting on each other's nerves. Everything was perfect. It was the most magical day that's ever happened. You can't. I mean, and when you break up, that's when you can say whatever you want. Somebody says, your art class friend is out of your league. She has a job. I know. I think I'm honest and transparent with my art class friend. I think we're honest and transparent. Oh, I think my dinner's here. One sec. Hey, Mom, I'm on live, so just don't say anything. Yeah, I'll grab Fritos, and I'll grab this. Okay. All right, thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
All right, adios.
Chocolate?
No, thank you. All right. La 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 la. Okay. This looks like a healthy mother-son relationship. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. Time for some pasta and clam sauce. Which is, what kind of slop do you have on the menu tonight? Somebody says pasta and clam sauce. Delicioso. Who says good appetite? Yeah, I try to eat a lot. I exercise a lot though too. This is a lot too. I'm begging for my life. Pizza Pasta says, I wonder if the clams are any implication that you've been bedded clam and she's secretly mocking you for being an incel. I doubt it. I doubt it, Pizza Pasta. Rusty says, you exercise like a white housewife from the 90s. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you. Yummy. This is yummy, man. Airline asks, why don't you make a video training at the gym? Well, if my art class buddy wants to go with me to the gym and record me working on the treadmill, I'm not opposed to that. I just don't think it would be very interesting, right? What's interesting about watching me run on the treadmill, right? I mean, if you want to record me, I'm not opposed to that, really. I mean, but it's not really very interesting just watching somebody run for like an hour. Somebody asks, do you lift? No, I mostly do the treadmill. Somebody asks, when are you going to pop the question to Ellie or your art class buddy? Or we're not even dating. What am I going to ask her? Are we going to start dating? Or what am I going to ask her if she wants to marry me? We're not even dating yet. Somebody says, "Would you?" I'm interested in. I like my art class friend. She's really my best friend at the moment. I mean, obviously, I've had some friends from years ago that I was very close to, but right now, my art class friend is my best friend. So. Can criticize it. Can criticize her. Somebody says, "Are you thinking about dating her?" I don't know. She's a cool lady. She's a cool lady. I dig her. She's a cool lady. She's a cool lady. Somebody says, do you have any other family members of yours, like your brother that's moving in? It's like waiting for Godot here. Like, supposedly he was supposed to move in last year, but it's 2026 and nobody updates me. Maybe he found an apartment of his own. Maybe he's going to move in. We'll see. He's in his late 30s, just like me. So we'll see if he moves in. I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys. He works in computers, my brother. Let me ask, so you worry he's going to get your mom's attention? Not really. Your mom doesn't give me any attention whatsoever anyway. I'm already in solitary confinement 24/7. Somebody asks, is your brother the golden child? I don't think there is a golden child, I don't think. He just tells me what a loser and burden I am. Somebody says, does your stepfather prefer him? I think so. Everybody tells me what a loser and burden. I'm like the Meg Griffin. Anybody ever see the show Family Guy? I'm like the family member everybody shits on and tells how pathetic and what a loser they are. It's basically me. I'm like the family member that everybody criticizes. Somebody says, shut up, Meg. Somebody asks, does your brother intimidate you? Not really, but last time I talked about him on my channel, he called the police on me, literally. So that's a little intimidating. Obviously, I don't want police involvement, so I'm kind of reluctant to talk about him because I don't want the police here. Somebody says, dang, he called the police? That's crazy behavior. Yeah, it was a little excessive. He literally doesn't want me talking about him on my channel. What did I say about him? I mean, everything I was saying about him was factual. It was truth. I wasn't making up lies about him. But he just doesn't want me saying anything about him. So I don't. Somebody says, it's not a crime to talk about him. I know. I just didn't want any issues. And my mother was getting nasty too. So I just deleted the video. And it's better to just, somebody says, you really got an insane family. Yeah, I agree. I didn't want to push the envelope. It's really nuts that he called the police on me for that. Somebody says it's freedom of speech. There's no need to call the police. My brother is 6'4" and I'm 5'8", and he outweighs me tremendously. I think my brother would kick my ass. My brother would kick my ass with ease. Somebody says, why is there such a height difference between you and him? I don't know. I'm kind of average height and he's kind of tall, but it just is what it is, I guess. Somebody says, how tall was the mailman? Was your mother having an affair? Maybe I'm Owen Hart's son and my brother is Robert Koloski's son. Who knows? My father's 6 foot. So maybe I'm the son of Owen Hart and my brother is the son of Robert Koloski. I doubt it. I think we both got weird genetics. The swell boys. I'm the blue crazer. This is your brother is living the bachelor existence. All right, time to crack open the organic corn chips. I don't know why my mother gets organic. I mean, corn chips seem like something. It's like, I'm going to get you organic corn chips. Organic corn chips. You won't get cancer eating this because it's organic. You're not going to get cancer eating this. Ow! I hurt my knee. Just corn chips cause cancer. That's a fact. This is targeting the receptors in my brain. The B12 receptor, the C4 receptor, the F5 receptor, the K9 receptor. They're getting activated with pleasure. All right, guys. I think I'm going to peace out here. I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching. Rusty says, you're going to have an eventful night. What do you mean, Rusty? Why do you think I'm going to have an eventful night? He says, I've just come to some secret knowledge. I hope I'm not in a sane asylum. Oh my God, not. Adios, amigos, amigas. Peace out. That is what it is.